Welcome to Marketing with Matt, and today's topic is why McConaughey-hey-hey marketing worked. So, what I'm speaking in reference to here are the popular car commercials starring Matthew McConaughey. And if you've ever seen them, they're some of the more unique car commercials that you'll ever see. So, they don't actually really involve much of a car driving around, which is a Lincoln brand model specifically. They more just have Matthew McConaughey driving around in them, and he just kind of spouts random things. Some of the things seem to like be congruent with a Lincoln and Lincoln branding, but mostly he just kind of sits there in a trance as a camera just films the guy saying whatever seemingly comes into his stream of consciousness. So the thing is, though, this is to myself, this is one of the most memorable car commercials or car commercial campaigns that have ever existed. And the question is why? Okay, why? So, first of all, think of most car commercials you see. Okay, you see the vehicle's driving around. It's usually a closed course, maybe sunset or dawn. There's lots of light reflecting off the beautifully polished, uh, you know, metal body of the vehicle or whatnot. Maybe you've got narration. Pickup trucks tend to have, some guy with a deep cowboy sounding voice or something like that. Problem is, a lot of car commercials are kind of all the same. Don't they kind of really just run together in your mind? And it's something pretty rare that sticks out. I mean, you can't really see it here, and I'm not going to sit up, but obviously this is a very old hoodie. I mean, I'm 35 years old. I've been wearing this hoodie since I was 17. I stole it off my brother's best friend, but he knows. Um, but anyways, it's memorable. It's TSA brand. This is long gone out of business, but still my favorite hoodie. It's so darn comfortable and somehow still in good shape, except for up here. But my point is, it's a memorable thing. It's a memorable brand. It's comfort. It's unique. I haven't seen another one of these around. Uh, there's familiarity with it. I know what it is. I know how soft it is. I know how it's going to fit on my body. I don't really want to go into trust, but these keywords here I'm hitting are the same keywords that Matthew McConaughey really scores on in his commercials, which is for some reason, even though the guy's an actor, everybody seems to know who he is, and people just kind of trust him, even though he's just kind of just shooting whatever comes to mind uh, as far as Lincoln or life philosophy for 30 seconds in these commercials. And I mean, that campaign really ran a long time. And so it must have been popular. It must have revitalized Lincoln. And I can tell you this, it certainly set Lincoln apart. So I think there's lessons here for your small business branding in that you really need to differentiate yourself somehow. I'm not going to make up random examples here. If you have a business that you would like me to make up an example for, please shoot me an email. You can see it below the video. At this point, certainly I'd be happy for any emails that came in, and I'll take a look and see if I can do something on it. But you really want to set yourself apart. That's the key point here. And so what Lincoln did is they sold this brand, they sold this uniqueness, they sold this feeling, which other car companies simply didn't have because they were too busy just shooting the sheet metal reflecting light everywhere. Whereas I personally am a movie guy and I would much rather Matthew McConaughey in a comfortable seeming cabin just, shoot the thoughts that come to his mind for 30 seconds. That's something that's going to keep my eyes on the TV or the screen. So why was the Matthew McConaughey Lincoln commercials really popular? Well, it's simply because they stood apart. They're comforting, they're familiar, there's trust with it, they're selling a brand. And honestly, when it comes to Matthew McConaughey, there's just a little bit of mystery. I mean, even though the guy's won, I think, multiple Oscars now, you kind of don't really know who he is. By the way, fun fact, his first real screen appearance was in an old episode of Unsolved Mysteries where I think he gets shot. So you can take a look at that. Otherwise, that's really going to be all for this video. Takeaway points that I just mentioned. And I will post some YouTube links to Matthew McConaughey Lincoln commercials in the video notes. So Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the content that you've seen, like and subscribe, and I will talk to you again soon.